Like, comment, share, subscribe, hit that bell notification if you want to be notified. Pound for pound fighter. Now, this weekend we have Devin Haney going up against Vasily Lomachenko, and this should be a chess match. Just how they told us it was going to be a chess match. It's going to be a boring fight. But let's make this clear. Both fighters are really good fighters. You know, we're actually getting two good fighters inside of a ring, which is very hard to see inside of the sport of boxing nowadays. Now, Devin Haney, the undisputed champion, and Vasily Lomachenko, once unified champion, who came up short under the bright lights against Teofimo Lopez. Now, Vasily Lomachenko does have a chip on his shoulder because he couldn't get undisputed, something that he wanted to become, you know. And now he's going into the ring and he has a second shot at it. And Devin Haney, who's the undisputed champion, definitely wants to keep his belt. A lot of questions have been come down on Devin Haney as pertaining to who he beat to become undisputed, you know, and a guy like George Kambosos, who a lot of people didn't feel like was a great name, you know. So it's kind of crazy to be having this conversation now. But the pound for pound fighter, this possible fight could put you on a pound for pound list. Let's be honest, you know. And I think that if Devin Haney wins this fight, I think he definitely becomes a top 10 fighter inside the sport of boxing right now. That's a huge accomplishment. Even if you take away, you know, all of the things that Lomachenko's been going through for the past 2 years or a year, Devin Haney still has a really good resume, a good enough resume to withstand being on the pound for pound list, has the accolades in becoming undisputed champion. So Devin Haney will definitely hit that top 10 mark, you know. Whereas Vasily Lomachenko, who was once a #1 pound for pound fighter, depending on the fashion, if he beats Devin Haney, he gets himself onto the pound for pound list. Now, I think that I would rate Devin Haney a little higher than if Vasily Lomachenko was to beat Devin Haney. If Devin Haney was to win, I definitely rank Devin Haney higher. The reason why is because he's fought good competition. He hasn't fought the best competition, but he's fought good enough competition to have to keep to say that he is a pound for pound fighter. Now, he went to somebody's hometown, beat him twice in his hometown, and you know, once won the belts, and then you know, and then defended his belts. So this will be the second time he's defending these belts, which is it's great for boxing. Now, Vasily Lomachenko is saying that he doesn't have the pressure that Devin Haney does because he's the old fighter. He's the fighter that never won nothing. So Devin Haney has all the pressure on his side. That could be very true because Devin Haney's been calling out Vasily Lomachenko, even if it's just been thrown in the air and it hasn't really been call outs that really signify or solidify anything that really could have been possibly made. It does not matter. He's still throwing them out in the air, you know, and he said it, and nobody called him out on his bluff. But this time, the opportunity is being handed to Lomachenko. Now it's what is Lomachenko gonna do when those lights shine bright again, right? We've seen him fall short against Teofimo Lopez, you know, and we've seen him not throw a punch for 6 rounds against a guy like Teofimo Lopez. So I mean, it's gonna come down to who wants it more, you know, who wants it more, who's gonna excel, right? And I think that this also puts Devin Haney in a different category if he beats Vasily Lomachenko as far as stardom, right? I think as far as where the company sees value in Devin Haney, I think that that's what Top Rank is gonna when they go back and they try to make another deal with Devin Haney, they're gonna offer him a really good deal because he has defended his titles, especially, you know, all the questions about him fighting a guy that really people didn't really look at as an undisputed champion, you know, and beating that guy twice in his hometown, which has some credit, you know, you have to give him some credit for that. But I think with a Lomachenko win, it's a real solid name on your resume. It makes you look way better, and plus you're undisputed, and you've defended it twice. Now the question for Devin Haney would be going up to 140, where Top Rank is potentially saying that they can make a matchup for him and either a guy like Josh Taylor or Teofimo Lopez, which is very appealing. Or will Devin Haney take the route and take the belts and go on about his day and continue on with the way that he came into the sport, with his own promotional company, and being a partner to companies like such as the Zone, right? Now, this is critical for both fighters. It's critical for both fighters, and both fighters, I'm sure, want to win this fight. I mean, there's no ifs, ands, or buts. We're a day away. We're 2 days away from the main event, and it's gonna be a banger. You know what I'm saying? I think it's gonna be a banger. Even if they're showing us that it's gonna be a chess match, this and that, where both fighters really don't have that style to go out there and bang. I just feel like Lomachenko, he brings an excitement to the table because he makes you quit inside. He frustrates you so much. He hits you off with so many angles where you're going to have to be able to neutralize that. Will Devin Haney be able to neutralize the angles, And I'm sure he's been studying the tape where Teofimo Lopez, that's one thing that he was doing very well. And Lomachenko, will he be able to neutralize Devin Haney's jab? Because that's one thing that we see in Devin Haney's game that he has. It's the jab and clinch game, and that's a thing in boxing, man. It's the jab and clinch. Like throw a punch, clinch. Throw a punch, clinch, and that's why Devin Haney, before, he's already starting to say, oh yeah, you're a dirty fighter off the break. Because he knows his game plan, the way that Devin Haney's gonna win this fight, it's gonna be jab and clinch, jab and clinch, jab and clinch. And if you're hitting him off the break, you're also gaining points. Whereas most fighters would just stand in there in the clinch and let him put his weight down on him. So that's gonna be a different thing, right? We're definitely gonna see something different. But when we talk about footwork, when we talk about speed, when we talk about quickness, I think that right there, is gonna favor Devin Haney because he's the younger guy, right? Simple as that. That's why I think that he will win those battles because he's the younger guy. He's more quicker, he's faster, and he has very good footwork. Whereas Lomachenko, we've seen he's slowing down. We've seen it in the Jermaine Ortiz fight. He's slowing down. So right now, the only thing that Lomachenko has an advantage over Devin Haney is skill. Simple as that. It's skill. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. The skill set of Lomachenko is better than Devin Haney's. But Devin Haney has so many advantages where that might not even pose a trouble to Devin Haney. It might at times throughout the fight, but Lomachenko doesn't have the knockout power. So it is what it is. But like, comment, share, subscribe, hit that bell notification if you want to be notified, and we out. Peace.